In this session, we'll be talking about breakouts. A breakout is any price movement outside a defined support or resistance area. The breakout can occur at a horizontal level or diagonal level depending on the price action pattern. Breakouts tend to happen after some sort of consolidation or range within the market, and market patterns can be used to identify potential breakouts. All right, you guys, so really quick, I just want to show you a couple of examples of what a breakout looks like. So you guys, a breakout can be defined as any price movement outside of a defined support or resistance area. So you guys, that can be regular support and resistance zones, that can be channels, that can be market patterns where you see price respecting two different zones. The breakout actually happens when you see price literally break out of those two zones that it had a hard time breaking through before. So if you take a look here at this example, you guys can see we have our two zones. We have our resistance zone, and then we have our support zone. Then we have price ranging up and down, up and down, up and down between these zones, right? Price is having a hard time breaking past these zones, so it has no choice but to keep bouncing back and forth within these zones, right? But you guys, when price finally can gain up enough momentum, you will most definitely see price break out like this, right? It will break out of one of those zones and typically continue down or up to the next zone, just depending on whether it broke support or resistance. So now I just want to scroll down and show you guys a live example of this on the charts. Okay, beautiful, right? Look, twinning. Just kidding. All right, you guys, let's keep it pushing. So as you guys can see here, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful example of a breakout. We had price ranging in between these two zones, right? It was bouncing up and then it was bouncing down. Then it was bouncing up, then it was bouncing down, up, down, right? But you guys can see on this final push down, price actually gained up enough momentum to actually break through this zone right here. So as I just stated to you guys, when price breaks out, all it's going to do is continue on to that next level of support or resistance, right? So in this case, we actually had price break through our level of support. And as stated before, you guys, if price breaks through a level of support, it is just going to continue down to that next level of support. So we had price breakout here. And if we take a look in the past, we can see that our next level of support would have been somewhere in this area. If we zoom back in, you guys can see that price is currently already at this new level of support. So now that we have price at this new level of support, what we're going to do is wait and see what happens. Is it going to reject this area and turn around and move up to our level of resistance? Or is the momentum so strong that it's going to break through this level of support down to another level of support, right? But as of right now, I can actually see that price is currently rejecting this area. We have one wick here, we have another wick here, and you guys look, we had price push all the way down to this point and then push all the way back up just to respect this zone in the market. Investors should be wary of fake outs. Fake outs occur when price breaks past a certain level but doesn't continue in that direction. A good way to prevent entering in on a fake out is to wait until price retraces back to the breakout structure to see how it reacts. This can also be called a retest. You also want to be sure to use SRT to identify the trend and potential reversal areas to avoid fake outs. All right, you guys, so if I'm being completely honest, it was just a little hard for me to find a good example of a breakout with current market conditions. So I did go ahead and pull up a good example online. And as you guys can see, it shows price moving back and forth, up and down between our support and resistance areas before finally having a breakout. But before we got to this breakout, you guys, we actually had a couple of fake outs. And as a reminder, a fake out is just a false breakout that occurs when price moves outside of a ranging area by breaking through support or resistance, but then moves right back inside of that same area. So as you guys can see, we had price trending down, pulled up, then it pushed down and gave us this huge red candle, right? Letting us think that there was a lot of selling pressure, a lot of sellers momentum coming into the market. So a lot of us may have seen that candle break and close below this level of support and thought, hey, this market is going to keep going down. Some people may have lost a lot of money if they would have gotten in here for a sell, because on the next candle, we got a buyer's candle that was just as big, you guys, with the same amount of momentum. And all that it did was bring price right back into this range. Price then continued to range in between this support and resistance area. And then it came back up to resistance and we got another fake out, you guys. We got a strong push in the upward direction with buyer's momentum. We even got a second candle to close above this resistance area as well. So again, some people may have lost money on this trade. They probably got in thinking that price was going to continue to push up, but was in for a rude awakening when price actually started to push down back within this range. Now, when we got that push down, you guys, we got another pull up, and then we got our real breakout to happen. So if you guys want to know a rule of thumb for avoiding fake outs, the best thing to do to avoid a fake out is to wait for a retest. All right. This was actually a great example of a retest. We had price break through our level of support. Then we had a retest, right? We had a bullish candle come up and retest this zone. It could not even come close to this zone, you guys. Sellers had all the momentum and ended up pushing this market right back down on the next candle. And then we continued down to our next zone. So if you guys want to avoid fake outs, always just wait for the retest. I do understand that not every move is going to have a retest. I do understand that it is common for some pairs not to retest at all, but that is why it is important for you to know the pair that you are trading and understand how that specific pair flows within the market. That concludes this lesson. If you have any questions or remarks, please join my discussion board and make them known. Feel free to follow me on social media and leave this emoji under a recent post for a follow back. Thanks again for tuning in to Money with Mari, and I'll see you on the next episode of Forex 101.